about me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, this is Bliss's World and I am Bliss. Now we're continuing from I don't know what I titled the videos as of right now, but we had a beginner crash course on the basic stitches that a beginner would need to know to make almost any crochet projects. So when I was a beginner, the first project I attempted was a bucket hat. Yes, a bucket hat. Now, did that bucket hat turn out great? No, it was a flop, a total flop. No, I'm Jamaican, so we use the term flop to describe something that did not turn out great, a disaster really. So I'm a believer in go big or go home. So I'll be having us go big today. Nobody's going home. Fingers crossed. Nobody's going home. For the life of me, I cannot locate a picture of the bucket hat. Neither can I find the bucket hat, but I know I have it. I know I have it with me because I moved. I don't know where I stored it, but I have it with me because I'm quite sentimental when it comes to these things. Now for the bucket hat, the materials that we'll be using today are a 4.5mm crochet hook or tapestry needle and scissors. The yarn that I'll be using today, this is my brand. I like using this brand. This is the details if you are interested in that. Okay, so I'll be working from the center of the ball because I find it to be more convenient than having the ball flipping around when I work from the outer sides. All right, so the stitches we'll be doing today, we're going to be doing a magic circle. We're going to be starting with a magic circle. The stitches we'll be using are double crochets, and we also will be doing increases for the top portion and the ending of the bucket hat. But you can trust in me, I'll go as slow as I possibly can. And so let's get into it. So to begin, we're gonna make a magic circle or a magic ring. So we make the X with the hook. We're gonna go under the yarn or thread that's closer to the fingers. We're gonna go under, and then we're gonna go over the thread that's closer to the knuckles. And we pull through. Then we're gonna secure the yarn. We're gonna secure the ring or the yarn by making a slip stitch. Okay, so we secure the circle. Now we're gonna make 2 chains, 1, 2, and these chains, they don't count as stitches for this project. It's just for structure. Now we're gonna place 10 double crochets into the circle or the ring. So this is 1, and this is 2, this is 3 double crochet so far. This is 4. Now when we're done with the project, you can tag me to let me see so you can also send me your finished projects if you'd like to share them with me. The link to my social media pages are in the description. If you have any questions, any concerns, or any comments you'd like to share, you can leave them in the comment section. And always be mindful that you only have control over what you do and what you say. We never have control over anyone else's reaction. So always be mindful and always try to be as kind as you possibly can. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 more double crochet in the circle. And if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video, do your stitches, then join me back. Unpause the video and join me back. And if you're using the mobile app, you can also slow the video down. So that's 10 double crochets in the circle. Now we're going to go into the top of that first double crochet here, not the chain 2, but the first double crochet. I'm going to pull through and make a slip stitch. Pull on the tail, ensure that the ring is closed. Now we're going to be doing increases. So we're going to chain 2. The chain 2s in this project don't count as stitches. They're just for structure. So for this tutorial, the increases will be, we'll begin each round with an increase for the portions that require increases. So in that first stitch here that we made the chain 2, we're going to place 2 double crochets. So this is 1 and 2 double crochets. Now in the next stitch, we're going to be placing 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, and for each stitch from the previous round, we're going to be placing 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So at the end of this round, we should have a total of 20 double crochets. Now I'm going to leave you here while we finish up this round, and I'll join you at the end of the round where you should have 20 double crochets. So 2 double crochets in each stitch. Alright, so now we're at the end of the second round where we should have 20 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4. Shut the door. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to close out this round with a slip stitch. And we'll be increasing in this round as well. So do the chain 2 for structure. And then, as I said earlier, we're going to be increasing in the first stitch of each round for the portions that require increases. So we're going to place 2 double crochets into this stitch here. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets. The next stitch, 1 double crochet. Now for this third round, we're going to be making a total of 30 stitches. So we're going to be increasing every other stitch. So we're going to be increasing here. And the increase, when I say increase, it means to place 2 stitches in one. So 2 double crochet in 1 stitch, and then the next stitch, 1 double crochet. So I'm gonna be leaving you here in this round for you to complete this alternating increase, and I will meet you at the end and I'll show you what we'll be doing in round 4. So now to finish up round 4, to finish up round 3, we began with an increase. So we should be finishing this round with a single double crochet. So if we began the round with an increase, we should be finishing with a single. If you began the round with a single, you should be finishing the round with an increase when we're doing increases in a circle. So we're going to close it out with a slip stitch. Ensure that you count in to make sure you have 30 stitches here. Now for round 4, we're going to be doing 40 stitches. You're increasing to 40 stitches, and we're going to be doing that increase here. One more in the same stitch, and in the next 2 stitches we're going to be placing 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So this is 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, then into that 4th stitch here, and increase. And there's also a pattern that we can see here. Even though it's at the beginning, so we begin with the increase here, then we place 1, 2 single double crochets, and we increase at the beginning of where we increase in the first stitch of the increase of the previous round. Let me show you again. So 1 double crochet in this stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and here we have the increase in the previous round. We're gonna place that increase there. So in case you don't want to keep counting, 2 single double crochet, 2 single, you can follow the pattern. But for this 4th round, we're increasing every 2 single double crochets. So this is the 2nd double crochet. Now it's an increase at top of the first stitch of the increase in the previous round. So whichever way you want to view it, to remember, we're increasing to a total of 40 double crochets in this round. So 1 double crochet, another double crochet, then an increase. All right, so I'll meet you at the end of this round. Keep going. All right, so for round 5 here, we're gonna begin with an increase in the first stitch. So that's 1, and 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. Now we're gonna be doing 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch 1 double crochet, and into that next stitch an increase. So that's 1 and 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So every 3 double crochet we're gonna be increasing. So 1 double crochet, a 2nd double crochet into the next stitch, and a 3rd double crochet into the next stitch, and into that 4th stitch here, and increase. So keep going, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Alrighty, so now that we're done with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th round, I'll show you the size here. It's from the center of the hat, of the ring, to the the perimeter. So this is the diameter. It's 6 centimeter. I think it should be about 2 inches. So depending on the size hat, depending on the size that you want, you can skip to the next stage here. I usually go to about 7 centimeters for the adult hat, well, the hat that I normally wear, well, depending on the hook that you're using as well. So between I think 7 to 9 centimeters is usually for like adult sizes, so 6 to 9 centimeters. I usually go anywhere between 7 to 8. 9 would be extra large, so if you have like maybe locks or a good size hair on your head, you could go up to 9. It is big. For me, 9 centimeters is quite big. So for this tutorial, I'll be doing a 7 centimeters. So I'm gonna increase for one more round. It might look small, but that's the fit that I like. If you want to be safe, you can do 2 more rounds of increases for that 8 centimeter. You can measure. Let me see here. Okay, so for the 6th round, 1 2 3 4 5, for the 6th round, we'll be increasing again in this round. So one more, and every 4 stitches we will be increasing. So this is 1. Oh, you couldn't see. Should I begin? No. So I did 2 increases in this stitch here, and we're gonna be doing an increase every 4 rounds. So that's 1 every 4 stitches. 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, and then we're gonna be increasing. So for this tutorial, this is the final round of increases, and then we'll be doing the portion of the hat that doesn't require any increase. So this is the increase should cover, I think it's called the crown of the head, and then the non-increase sections will cover the sides of the head. I usually go down just about above the eyebrow, so it will cover from the crown for the non-increase section, from where the crown ends, I think, and then go straight onto the eyebrows. I'm gonna put a pip or a clip in the video for you to see what I'm saying. All right, so just keep increasing every 4 stitches. So this is 1 2 3. Wait. Oh, 1 2 3 4. I miscounted. Increase. Okay, 1 2 3 4, and increase. And I'm very proud of you for making it this far. I hope it's been, not too difficult for you to get this far here. And let's keep going together. So I'll meet you at the end of this round, and I'll show you how we proceed going forward. Okay, so for this tutorial, as I mentioned in the previous round, I'll be stopping here, and it is around from the center of the ring. Excuse me. It's around 7 centimeters unstretched. Now this, typically the adult hats that I make are usually between 7 centimeters to 9 centimeters. The 7 centimeters using a 4.5 millimeter hook would be like a small hat. It's a snug fit on the head. Now if you don't want it to be snug, you can go another round, and for that round you would do an increase every 5 stitches. If you have like locks, you know, dreads, or you have a nice bundle of hair on your head, not bundle like weave, like you have a good amount of hair on your head, thick, lush, then you can go 2 more rounds, which in your final round for that 9 centimeter what's this, a radius, diameter will be across, radius, yeah. So if you want that 9 centimeter from the point, the center of the circle, to the edge, you can go 2 more rounds, which the next round would be an increase every 5 stitches, and then that 6th round, 1 2 3 4 5 6, I mean that 8th round would be an increase every 6 stitches. Now if you're gonna follow my tutorial here, where we stop at this round, what we'll do now is to chain 2 for structure, and we'll place 1 single crochet into each stitch around. So once you're done, if you're gonna go up to the 9 centimeters, you can meet me back here. I forgot to say that earlier. So meet back here and I'll show you how to proceed. Now it's 1 single crochet all around, so 1 single crochet into each stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, hold on. All right, so now that we're done with this round of 1 double crochet into each stitch around, I'm gonna close it off with a slip stitch, and you should start seeing this curve. So this is the section that's gonna be coming down the sides of the head. Now usually I go to about anywhere between 11 and 13 rounds. That includes starting from the circle point here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then I'd go to about 11 or 30 or row 13, depending on the type of beanie, bucket hat that I'm making. If you're not sure how long you want yours to be, I always refer to the top of the brows as a good place to stop. So I'm gonna do that, then I'll let you know. Okay, so I'm feeling a bit lazy, so I did not do 17 rounds as planned. I did 16 rounds. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, and in centimeters, it's around 19 centimeters or 7 inches. So if you're up to it, you can do 1 more round so that it rests right on the eyebrow. All right, so now to begin to do the flare of the bucket hat, wherever you stop doing increases, we're gonna do a continuation down here. So I believe we did 6 rounds, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. In the sixth round we increased every 4 stitches, so that's 1 2 3 4. So if you went beyond 6 rounds of increases, you're gonna do a continuation here. Only difference here is that we're gonna start each round with a single double crochet. So starting here, we're gonna be doing 5 single double crochets, then an increase. And if you did additional rounds of increases, you're gonna continue. So if you did 5, if you ended up here doing 5 double crochets, then an increase, then down here you would do 6 double crochets, then an increase. If you ended with 6 up here, then you're gonna be doing 7 single crochet double crochets and an increase. But for this first round here, we're gonna be working in the front loops only for this round. So we have, this is the top of the double crochet where you'll have this back loop here. On this front loop, we are going to be working in the front loop as we want a flare. We want it to flare out. So in this first stitch here, we're going to place 1 double crochet in the front loop, in the next stitch 1 double crochet in the front loop, and in the next stitch 1 double crochet in the front loop, 1 double crochet in the front loop. So that's 1 2 3 4. So 1 more double crochet in the front loop, then we're gonna be increasing. So that's 1 double crochet front loop, and in that same front loop another double crochet. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, number front loops only, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, increase front loop. So keep doing so, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so to finish this round, we're gonna be finishing with an increase as we started with a single double crochet here. So in the front loop, you're gonna place that increase, and then we're going to slip stitch to finish, and chain 2 for the structure. And then going forward, we'll be working in both loops while still doing increases. So starting with that single 1, let me show you again. So we're gonna go through both loops. So that's 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, because we started with a single, our increase will fall on the second stitch of the increase. So the increase for this current round will fall on the second double crochet of that increase instead of the first when we were doing the starting with the increase. All right, so increase here. So for this round, it's every 6 double crochet we do an increase. So this is that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then an increase on that second double crochet of the previous increase in the previous round. So keep doing so, and I'll meet you here. Typically what I do, I'm not sure if I need to show you any more rounds, because what we be doing, typically I do 3 to 4 rounds of increases for the flared part of the bucket hat, and each round we will be increasing. So for the next round, once we close this round with a slip stitch, the next round, excuse me, if you decide to do 3 rounds, we'll be increasing by 7. Every 7 single double crochet we do an increase. Then the round beyond that will be every 8 double crochets we do an increase, and if you choose to go to a round beyond that, it's every 9 double crochets we do an increase, and so forth. So that's the pattern, and I'll show you my end result and let you know how many rounds I did. Okay, so I'm done with my hat. To finish up, I did a slip stitch. So let me just show you. So I did a slip stitch, then chain 1, then I'm going to cut a tail to weave in the tail that I'll weave in to finish off. Now to finish off the hat, we're going to need our tapestry needle. Before I do so, as I said, I would let you know how many rounds I did. So I did from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did a total of 20 rounds. If you don't want it to be this snug, but you want to keep the same measurement for the crown, you can use a larger hook. I believe we used 4.5. If you want it to be a bit looser, you can use a 5mm hook, or even up to 5.5. But you'll have to have your tape measure on hand to ensure that you're keeping the same size, like similar size. It's just that the hook will make it a bit more stretchy in my experience. While when you use a smaller hook, it's more snug and tight fitting, which is how I like my hats. I should have said this at the beginning of the tutorial, my apologies. So to finish up the hat now, we thread the tapestry needle. I'm using a larger hook, as with the nails on, it can be a bit, you know, interesting to thread the needle. I'm not sure if I want you guys to see me struggling threading this needle. Oh my gosh. But I do enjoy crocheting with nails on. as it hearing the nails crack against each other is so satisfying. Like, I don't even, let me, yeah, because I have my headset on, so I brought it up in case you can't hear it. All right, so to finish off now, we weave in, which I typically, it's like making knots. What you can do is to run it through a few. All right, let me show you from this side. So you go through a few stitches, right, and then what you do is to skip over that stitch there, and you go through the stitches again, and you skip over the one that's closest to the needle. It's like you're just knotting to secure the tail as best as possible. That's typically how you can weave in. Everyone has a different method for how much security they need. They just cut off the loose, and then you go to the top of the hat to secure the center, and you do the same thing. Alrighty, so this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you are all able to go big and not go home if you're coming from that beginner crash course that I did. So this is the beanie. I hope it was informative and that you were able to get some practice in with the different with some of the different methods that I showed you. This hat can be used, the different stitches can be used to replicate this hat. What's important is the measurements. If you're doing a half double crochet or a single crochet or even a treble crochet, you have to stick as best as possible to the measurement to get the right fit for it for the crown of your hat, as it will dictate the size of the hat and the flare. So till next time, bye bye.